Born and raised in India in a traditional Vedic background, her family owns and operates a 100-year-old temple in a village near Coimbatore in South India. Ma Shivananda has a deep passion for deities, temples, and spreading values of the Vedic system.
Since I grew up in the temple and I had a passion for it, I live with the rituals and the festivals. It has contributed so much to my life, and when I came to the US, I have witnessed several temples coming up, and always a worry about people always talked about how are these temples going to be maintained by the future generation. That was my concern also. The one thing I realized, our rituals has so much values, and the festivals, everything is integrated into our life. We celebrate life itself. We celebrate the birth of Krishna, we celebrate the death of Narakasura. We celebrate everything. Our religion is about individual consciousness, flowering, knowing the Atman. So these rituals help us. But the only thing is when my children or the other people who did not grow up like me with the temples, they did not know the value of the deities. They did not know what these rituals mean. And even some of the people who, my peers, thought that just going to the temple is just for passing time or, socializing. And children thought it was just boring, long rituals. Why? I have heard yesterday, the whole thing, we have so much ideas. Yes, we are all concerned about it. How are we going to make our younger generation continue this, tradition of rituals instead of getting bored? Yes, the priests explain to them, but they are not given the user-friendliness of these rituals. We need to give our children the user-friendliness and the utility value of these rituals. Otherwise, they are not going to do it. Even like something as a child I did, which is called Thopu Karanam in Tamil. I'm from Tamil Nadu. So that is now coming as super brain yoga. That was given as a punishment for me as a child by my father if I did something wrong. But I did not know that is activating these nadis. And when I do this in front of Ganesha, the deity, and it helps me to remember. Now I found out only from the Western scientists that this is useful to us. We ourselves as adults, I could not answer these questions before I met my guru in 2004. Then all these things were, I thought, wow, if I had known this few years ago, I wish he was born a little bit earlier, so I would have transmitted to this generation. So we need to be role models. Our priests need to be role models for them to explain the rituals. Priests are busy in, elaborating the rituals, but they are not having time to explain to them. What happens when you do puja? Each of our pujas are having significant importance in our day-to-day life. But do we tell them what will it do to you? If you do puja, how will it help you in school? If you're stressed out about peers, how will it, just simply doing a puja, how will it help? Are we telling them that? No. Before that, I want to share an experience I had. A girl came to our temple, Nityananda Ohai Vedic temple. With her parents, she was sitting, and then I came out and she pulled me out and she says, I need some answers from you since you are the administrator here. I said, yes, I will be glad to help you. She pulled me and she says, these deities don't mean anything to me. She says, my parents forced me to come to the temple. She's a medical student, by the way, I have to tell you. And she says, I've been to the temples, I have done all this, but it didn't help me when I needed some help. Nothing helped me. Now my friends helped me and I found something. And I said, what? What did you find? I found out she has been converted into Islam. I was totally shocked. She said she did not have any guidance. She reached the priest, she reached her parents. It did not help her. They did not have the answer. It is not that they didn't want to help her, they did not know the answer. So as US Americans growing here and growing our children here, we are not able to help them. We have so many rishis have given us thousands of tools, but we are not able to give them to our children because we ourselves don't know how these tools work. I have an American girl who is born and raised here, is completely following our system. She helps us with Aarti in the temple. She helps us, she goes to school. And she did a case study on meditation in her school for her science project. I am really proud that we could give these tools to these kids. As we are learning from the Westerners, they study our scriptures, our chakras, and they are using it because they're making it user-friendly. They mentioned, just by remembering these chakras, our emotions could be helped. So, in the first part of the Guru Puja, with connecting with the Parabrahma, we sit in a certain posture, like I said, and then we connect with the Guru. What is the qualities of the Guru? We we recite. Nityanandam Paramasukhatam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvadidam. He's beyond duality, he's beyond three gunas, and this is the embodiment of the, Guru. We are by invoking that, we are also invoking in ourselves. And the next part is the Manasa Puja, where the visualization happens. In the visualization, we help our biomemories. Now everybody is talking about biomemories. By just visualizing, our whole health could change. So we are visualizing the part of our puja by offering ourselves the best of things, our mind, which we don't want it, our mind and body and soul, offering to the feet of the Guru. Then we go to the Bhagya Puja. Physically we represent the elements, what we offer, the best of things, what we have. And then we offer Aarti, which takes our ego out by burning like a camphor. When the ego is out, we are totally relaxed. Then we do the last part of the Guru Puja is the Guru Dhyan, Pushpanjalim. Then we complete in the Pushpanjalim, we completely surrender. When you completely surrender, the yoga happens. The union with yourself, body, mind and soul happens. The uniting happens. When you're uniting, you tell the children, then you're ready to start your day. No matter what the outside world is bringing to you, you're able to be in presence with yourself. Total meditation happens. Meditation happens in you. And then you're ready to face the world. Simple puja like this can help us.